What I'm about to say you may find hard to believe, but even as you listen to my voice right now, something important is moving toward you. Yes, at this very moment, unseen forces are aligning to completely transform your life. I'm not talking about something symbolic, I'm talking about a real flow of energy, a vibration that responds to the frequency you are emitting right now. You may not realize it, but this very moment, what you are feeling is shaping your next chapter. Today, what you are grateful for is attracting your next miracle. So let this audio continue, because within the next few minutes, you'll understand how to reprogram your mind's power and come into perfect harmony with the universe. And when that happens, you won't just dream of abundance, you'll experience it. For many years, I believed that success was something to be achieved from the outside. I saw people chasing opportunities, degrees, and connections, and I believed that's how life worked. The secret, I thought, was to earn, to prove, to be worthy enough. But one day, something inside me began to change. I realized the more I chased things, the more they slipped through my fingers, like trying to hold water in your hand. The harder you squeeze, the faster it escapes. At that moment, I understood something that changed my destiny forever. Success, abundance, peace, everything I had ever searched for was already within me. I just hadn't learned how to look inside. Most people believe their life will change when the right job comes, when the ideal relationship appears, or when money shows up in their account. But this is a dangerous illusion. Because as long as you believe something external must happen before you can feel good, you are silently sending a message to the universe. I don't have it yet. I am not it yet. And the universe responds, not to your words, but to your vibration. When I began to reverse this flow, everything started to change. I stopped asking, what must I do to achieve this? And began asking, who must I become to feel and live this right now? That question changed everything. Because when you shift your inner being, the outer world has no choice but to rearrange itself. It's a mirror. It doesn't show you what you want, it reflects what you are. Think with me, sister. How many times have you woken up feeling a lack of something? Love, approval, money. And even though you tried to think positively, there was still an emptiness inside. That's the vibration of lack, a subtle but powerful frequency that blocks the flow of abundance. The universe is an energetic mirror. It returns only what you emit. If you emit lack, it returns more lack. If you emit gratitude, it gives you more reasons to be grateful. I had to learn this through pain. There was a time when I was drowning in debt, without purpose, and completely lost. I couldn't see a way forward. But it was right there, at rock bottom, that a new realization was born. I remember one night sitting on the edge of my bed and saying to myself, Bob, if you keep believing that what you need is out there, you'll spend your whole life chasing something that will never come. In that moment, I closed my eyes and began imagining myself as a wealthy, peaceful, confident man. I began feeling that version of me, even though I had no physical proof. At first, it felt strange, but as I kept repeating it day after day, something inside me began to shift. I walked differently. I spoke differently. When I looked in the mirror, I no longer saw a defeated man. I saw a man under construction. And that's what you must understand. Transformation doesn't begin when circumstances change. It begins when your inner energy changes. Most people try to change results without changing causes. They want a new life while maintaining the same vibration, wanting abundance while radiating fear, wanting love while emitting rejection, wanting freedom while holding on to guilt and limitation. But if the frequency remains the same, how can the universe bring something different? It's like trying to hear a song of peace on a radio full of static. It simply doesn't work. When I began to live as if I already was that vibration, opportunities started appearing, as if the universe had just been waiting for that moment of alignment. And it happened fast. People came forward, invitations arrived, and I realized the outer world was never the problem. It was only reflecting what I had activated within. And do you know what the first feeling was? Freedom. The freedom of realizing I didn't have to beg for blessings anymore. I didn't have to prove anything to anyone. Everything I had been searching for was already within me, just waiting for me to remember. Jesus said, "The kingdom of God is within you." He wasn't talking about a distant place, he was talking about a state of consciousness. And when you awaken that consciousness, your vibration changes. You walk differently, breathe differently, react differently, and the world begins to respond. Think of how many people spend their lives trying to attract what they want without realizing that the first step is not asking, but becoming. To attract abundance, feel rich now. To attract love, be love now. To attract opportunities, live as if they are already yours. This shift changed my story. I stopped struggling and started allowing, because struggle is the vibration of resistance and allowing is the vibration of faith. When you allow, you flow. When you struggle, you get stuck. And the universe always responds to lightness. Looking back, I see nothing I achieved came from the outside. Everything was born from a simple inner realignment. I finally believed I was worthy. And I want you to understand this deeply. Everything you need is already within you. Nothing is missing. What's missing is only awareness of that truth. So now pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the energy that keeps you alive. The same energy that creates worlds, moves galaxies, and reshapes reality. It is within you. It's waiting for you to say, "I already am. I already have. I already can." And when that truth moves from your mind into your heart, the whole universe will begin to move to confirm what you've finally decided to believe. Have you noticed sometimes your mouth says one thing, but your heart feels another? You say you believe, but deep inside a whisper says, "What if it doesn't work?" You claim faith, yet think, "Maybe I'm not worthy." This inner contradiction is why so many dreams fade away. Because the universe doesn't respond to words, it responds to the energy behind them. I had to learn this deeply. There was a time I repeated abundance affirmations every day. I am rich, I am abundant, I am prosperous. But inside, I felt fear, anxiety, and lack. I looked at unpaid bills, saw red numbers, and felt a tightening in my chest. And that tightness, that silent fear, was what the universe heard. It doesn't hear what you say, it hears what you vibrate. It's like tuning a radio between two stations. The signal is unclear, static interferes. That's how most people live, asking for blessings with a divided heart, emitting insecurity while desiring abundance. And the universe cannot deliver clarity to a confused mind. The mistake is not in wanting. The mistake is in wanting and doubting at the same time. Doubt creates a powerful field that blocks life's natural flow. How many times have you prayed believing you were full of faith, but deep down your prayer came from desperation? The difference between faith and desperation is subtle, but vibrationally opposite. Faith says, "I believe it will work." Desperation says, "It must work." Faith relaxes the body. Desperation contracts it. I remember one day before a big speech. It was an important event, an opportunity to expand my work internationally. The night before, I could hardly sleep, imagining everything that could go wrong. When I arrived, something inside said, "Bob, stop, you're vibrating fear." I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and replaced fear with gratitude. Gratitude for the opportunity, imagining the audience smiling, energy flowing, my message touching hearts. Within minutes, my body relaxed, my heartbeat slowed, and I knew I was aligned. The speech was a success, not because I said the right words, but because I embodied the right vibration. That's what makes the difference. The universe doesn't need to know how.
The universe doesn't need to know how. It needs you to feel that it already is. Most people spend their lives trying to change their thoughts, forgetting that thoughts are only reflections of dominant emotions. You can repeat, "I am abundant," 1,000 times, but if fear dominates, the subconscious message is still, "I am not." Napoleon Hill said, "The subconscious mind accepts any idea repeated with sufficient emotion." Emotion is the code that tells your subconscious what to obey. So, before trying to change your words, change your state. If you want the universe to listen, speak its language, feeling. When you speak with faith, you speak clearly. Your subconscious understands, your energy field aligns, and the universe responds. I learned to observe myself. Whenever I said something positive, I asked, "What am I truly feeling right now?" If the answer was fear, I didn't fight it. I breathed and brought my focus to the present. Because presence dissolves doubt. Fear lives in the future. Faith lives in the now. How often do we say, "I trust God," yet still try to control every detail? Or say, "I trust the process," yet feel anxious waiting for results? That anxiety is disbelief, and the universe cannot give you what you don't yet believe is yours. I remember a man from one of my seminars. He wanted abundance, but all his words revolved around lack. "I need this. I don't have that yet." I told him, "As long as you ask with the heart of a needy man, you will emit the vibration of need." It felt strange to him, but he decided to try. For 30 days, he stopped asking and began declaring with emotion, "I am already abundant. I already have. I already am." At first, they were just words. But before 30 days ended, he received a partnership offer and a raise at work. He had shifted his vibration. This is spiritual physics. The universe doesn't understand lack. It understands vibration. If you emit fear, you attract situations that confirm that fear. If you emit faith, you attract situations that strengthen that faith. The universe is a perfect mirror. It never makes mistakes. So every time you say, "I believe," ask yourself, "Do I feel it?" Because energy doesn't lie. You can fool the world with words, but not the universe. It responds to the energy your heart emits. Start observing yourself honestly. When you make a request, notice the feeling that accompanies it. If there's tension, breathe until it dissolves. If there's fear, look at it with compassion and say, "I know you're here, but I choose faith." That simple shift instantly changes your vibration. Life is not driven by logic, it's driven by frequency. When your mind and emotions speak the same language, the universe moves. When they're in conflict, the universe waits. So ask yourself, when you pray,
or wish, what do you really feel? Faith or desperation? Gratitude or lack? Certainty or doubt? Because that and that alone determines what you will experience next. There is a silent power that changes everything. Even when nothing seems to change on the surface, that power is gratitude in advance. The power of thanking before seeing, celebrating before receiving, believing before understanding. And after decades of studying human consciousness and manifestation, I've learned nothing is stronger than that. Because gratitude is the language of faith, and faith is the language the universe perfectly understands. When you thank in advance, you're telling the universe, I already have it. I already believe. I don't need proof. And that's when the proof appears, when you no longer need it. The universe responds to certainty, not lack. Lack praise. Certainty attracts. I remember a time when everything seemed out of control. My financial commitments were far beyond my means. I would wake up early with a racing heart, trying to imagine where the solution would come from. The more I tried to reason it out, the more anxious I became. One day, exhausted, I sat on my living room floor and looked up and said, God, thank you for all the opportunities coming my way. At that moment, I had no evidence anything was coming, but I felt a peace inside, a quiet voice whispering, now you understand. Within days, answers began to appear effortlessly. A long-stuck contract was approved. An unexpected partnership emerged. Doors began opening, as if the universe had been waiting for me to release control and trust. Thanking before seeing is a spiritual act. It happens when you align with the creative force itself. The universe isn't powered by effort, it's powered by vibration. Most people only express gratitude after something good happens, after they get a bonus, receive a message, hear good news. But that's not true gratitude, that's reaction. Gratitude in advance is different. It doesn't react to the outer world, it creates it. It says, I don't need to see to believe. I believe, and therefore I will see. Jesus demonstrated this perfectly. Before multiplying the bread and fish, he looked up to heaven and gave thanks. He expressed gratitude before abundance appeared. And that to me is creative consciousness. He knew that the vibration of gratitude opens invisible doors, because to give thanks is to declare it is already done. You can apply this to every area of your life. If you desire wealth, thank the money that's on its way. If you desire love, thank the people who are coming to teach, heal, and love you. If you desire peace, thank it before you feel it. Because when you give thanks, you tune into its frequency. Most people stay stuck in the vibration of, I don't have it yet. They pray from lack, and the universe hears, not yet. But when you thank in advance, you emit, it's already here. And the universe moves everything to confirm that truth. Napoleon Hill said, faith is a state of mind that can be induced by affirmation. And the strongest affirmation is gratitude in advance. When you feel gratitude before receiving, your subconscious accepts the outcome as already real and begins thinking, acting, and responding from that new reality. It's like changing your energetic code. Try it for a few days. Wake up and say, God, thank you for everything coming my way. Don't just say it, feel it. Imagine the good that's arriving. Feel what it would be like to live that life now. If done with genuine emotion, this simple habit instantly begins to shift your vibration.
You'll notice little things stop bothering you. You'll see beauty where you once saw routine. You'll feel that time works for you, not against you. Because gratitude restructures your energy field. It clears mental noise, dissolves fear, and makes space for the new.
And in that space, miracles happen. Miracles don't fall from the sky. They appear when you align with life's natural flow. Everything meant for you begins to find you because you've stopped vibrating resistance. There's a deep difference between the one who prays and the one who thanks. The one who prays says, I don't have. The one who thanks says, I already have. And the universe cannot deny a grateful heart. The one who knows they are already blessed commands reality with silent certainty. I often say, gratitude is a spiritual seed. You plant it in the unseen and harvest it in the seen. The more you plant, the more fertile your field becomes. Life begins to flow in ways you can't logically explain. The right people appear, the right opportunities arrive, even challenges begin to feel meaningful. So if you want to transform your energy completely, start here. Thank everything, what you have, what you had, and even what hasn't arrived yet. Thank not with fear, but with your heart. Because true gratitude doesn't depend on circumstances. It's born of faith. And when your faith and gratitude walk together, nothing will be impossible in your life. Because in that state, you're no longer asking the universe to listen, you're speaking its language. The vibration of certainty, the vibration of thankfulness. Most people want to change their experiences but refuse to change what they vibrate. They pray for a new reality while maintaining the same inner state, wanting abundance but speaking of lack, wanting love but holding resentment, wanting peace but reacting to every irritation. And then they wonder why nothing changes. The universe is precise. It doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are. I've seen this countless times. People who claimed to desire abundance but behaved as if lack still ruled their lives. They planned big things yet complained about small ones, hoped for success but radiated anxiety. And energy doesn't lie. It reveals who you are before you even speak. I remember a woman from my training. She worked as a housemaid and had very little.